Hello again, everyone. Welcome to my next folder. This is I through to M. This is my collection, and let's have a look who we've got. Pardon me. Well, first of all, we've got, of course, the great actor Jeremy Irons, the voice of Scar from the Lion King film. Sent me that, and then sent me another unsigned, which is very kind of him. I'll sign that myself and pretend I am Jeremy Irons. Of course, the Crocodile Hunter Steve Irwin, his wife Terry. That's a preprint, but nice to have them. I've got about 4 or 5 of them, and they sent me all through all this paraphernalia about where he worked at the Australian Zoo. Fortunately, he died. He was killed by a stingray, wasn't he? Next, we have Eddie Izzard. He's a big Hollywood star now, isn't he, Eddie Izzard? I got this when he was a transvestite comedian. Now, I'm not sure on this one. The jury's still out on this. I bought this off eBay. Pretty sure it's a fake, but I'll let you be the judge of that. There you go. Derek Jacobi. He's a famous British actress, Sir Derek Jacobi. So you've seen him in quite a few things. The next one we have is by a singer called Duncan James, who is in the boy band Blue. David Jason, of course, very famous for playing Inspector Frost in A Touch of Frost, and Del Boy, Kushti Rodney. That's nice, it's compliments from David Jason. Here we have a lovely preprint from Elton John. I got this fairly recently, but then I also got this preprint from Elton John a few years ago as well. Obviously very busy people, you can't expect them to be at our beck and call to sign for us. Peter Jones next, who's on our television programme over here called Dragon's Den, which is a business programme where people pitch ideas. I'm sure that America's got its own versions as well, but it's an interesting, nice one. Terry Jones, of course, one of the Monty Python team. Terry Jones was very famous for In the Life of Brian saying, "He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy." So that's Terry Jones. Tom Jones signed that CD cover for me. It's actually one of my favourite albums. This, I love the album Reload by Sir Tom. So he sent me that through. Excuse me. This is by a couple of TV news readers, Natasha Kaplinsky and Alistair Stewart. They were reading BBC News for a while. This is J.K. He was a lead singer of Jamiroquai. They had such songs as Virtual Insanity and Cosmic Girl. These are quite cool. This is from Peter Kay. I got this in September 2000. This is just before Peter Kay became a massive, massive star. He's a huge, huge comedy star in the UK now. But this is very nice to Neil. Very best wishes and happy thoughts, Peter Kay. And on the back of this, he wrote me a lovely letter. Cheers for your email. All is fine. I like this. I have no idea what the hell all that happy thought stuff's about. That's really nice. I'll get my mum a bungalow yet, which became the name of one of his tours. This is another one from Neil Garlic Bread. So that's nice. Do you like that? Vernon Kay next we have here. He was I've got his autograph as when he was known as Vinny from FBI in one of my other videos. That's Vernon Kay, television presenter. Next we have Gordon Kay, who was very famous for playing René in Allo Allo. One of my all-time heroes is a gentleman called Howard Keel. I actually bought this off eBay. This was signed in 1953 in Liverpool. But I do like that. It's a really nice piece to have. Martin Kemp from the band Spandau Ballet. And they had songs like Gold, Gold, always believe, that one. And he was also an actor in a film about the Cray twins. And he was also in EastEnders for a while as well. Next we have Charles Kennedy. He was leader of the Liberal Democrat Party when I got this. That was quite a while ago now. He had to give up that. He had drink problems. Actually won this, Kevin Kennedy. Kevin Kennedy was an actor from a television programme from Coronation Street. I won this in a competition as a signed single of his. Not the greatest single, but yeah, nice having the collection. Jewel Kilcher, and I've never heard of her, or Culture, I can't even read what it says. I've never heard of her. It was another one of them. I found the email address on eBay, on the internet, sorry. and I thought, oh, I'll give this a shot, and this came through. I feel a bit bad for it. It was when I first started out and just wanted to build the collection. I wasn't bothered who I had. But, yeah, that's who I got. No idea who it is. But there you go. Sir Ben Kingsley next, of course. Gandhi himself there. So that's a really nice one to have, Ben Kingsley. Mark Lamar, a television and radio presenter. Nice to have as well. Keira Knightley. She's lovely as Keira Knightley. And she sent that for me. Nice signed photo there. Hugh Laurie. In this country we know him as a comedian, but in the United States, of course, you know him as House. He's a huge star now, isn't he? This was going just after he'd sort of come out of the Blackadder days, and he'd been doing all that, but that's a nice one to have. And of course, we've got Jude Law there, very famous film star Jude Law. Jerry the King Lawler. I got this sent through. He had a massive heart attack on Monday Night Raw, is a wrestling program, WWE, and I got this about 3 days after his massive heart attack, so it must have been signed just before he had a big heart attack. Twiggy Lawson next. She's a model, very famous British model from the 1960s. She still models today, and she's on a lot of our adverts over here. Dave Lee. Unfortunately, Dave's a great comedian. He passed away, but he was a very funny man. He's one of the people who should have been more famous than he actually was, but very funny comedian. Justine Lee Collins, a television presenter from the UK, and a funny fella as well. That's nice to have. Ian Lee is a television and radio presenter too. Oh, this is nice. This is from a gentleman called Mark Lester. Mark Lester is a chiropractor from somewhere down south somewhere. But Mark has a life of a child star, actually. He was the gentleman who played, well, he was the little boy who played Oliver in the film Oliver. So that's really nice to have. But he's a chiropractor now. Gary Lineker, a famous footballer, now a television presenter. Maureen Lipman. If you've seen the Hugh Jackman version of the musical Oklahoma, filmed at the National Theatre, Maureen Lipman played Ann Taylor in that. She's quite a famous actress in the UK as well. Little and Large, they're a comedy double act. They don't work together anymore. Eddie Large, he had a big heart attack, a heart transplant, I believe. So they don't work anymore, so that's nice to have. Desmond Llewellyn, of course, Q from the James Bond films. This is nice to have. Unfortunately, he died a few years ago in a quite a bad car crash, so that's nice to have. Of course, Crichton here from Red Dwarf. Robert Llewellyn, who's does television and presenting and stuff now. Matt Lucas, Little Britain. He's also in a few films now as well. In Bridesmaids, he was in the 25th anniversary concert of Les Miserables as well. So that's nice. I'm the only gay in the village. Des Lynam, television presenter, does a lot of sports. I wine him, I dine him, I Des Lynam. Nicholas Lyndhurst, he was an actor. Done a lot of sitcoms as Nicholas Lyndhurst. I've got a couple of him. This is most recent one, and that's obviously a little bit older. So they're nice to have. Shirley MacLaine, Charity from Sweet Charity. I do like that one. That's a nice one to have. Richard and Judy, preprint, but they're a television presenting couple, and there they have preprints from the Richard and Judy show and This Morning, which is a television program they used to present here. Here we have a nice bookplate from John Major, Sir John Major, former Prime Minister. He was Prime Minister from about 92 to 97, something like that. Timmy Malik, television presenter. When I was a kid growing up, this is his mascot, Pinky Punky. He used to bash people over the head with a little mallet. He sent me loads of stuff through there. It was a nice letter and stuff. Yeah, loads of stuff through from Timmy Malik. And I like to keep all the bits and pieces. Nelson Mandela. I do like this one. That's a nice piece to have. I've checked these online, and they all look a little bit different, all these Nelson Mandela ones. So the autographs in slightly different places on each one. So I'm quite inclined to believe that that's the real deal. So that's nice to have. And he's also sent this one as well with his wife and a letter from his estate. Bought this online. Dean Martin comes with a COA as well. So that's nice to have. That's really nice. George Martin, of course, the Beatles producer, produced all the great Beatles songs. That's a really nice one to have as well. Rick Mayall, very famous English actor. famous for Drop Dead Fred, if you remember that film, and also television programs like The Young Ones, Bottom, things like that. Here we have Brian May. Of course, he was the guitarist in the group Queen, and looks like he's farted here and blown over that tree. But that's pretty cool. I like that. Lottie Mayer, she's a television presenter, does late night quiz shows on UK television. Some nice letters and signed things there. Davina McCall, she's a television presenter. Used to be the presenter of Big Brother, but now she does other things. Excuse me. Ugh, there we go. Next we have this one, Sir Paul McCartney. This is a nice one to have. This is Sir Paul's here. He doesn't sign autographs TTM anymore, but this is from an autograph book. This is a letter from his management saying, you know, it doesn't sign through the mail anymore. But luckily, I've got it through an autograph book, which is very nice. Sir Trevor McDonald here, which is nice to have. Sir Trevor is a newsreader in the UK. Another Sir as well, Sir Ian McKellen, Gandalf. That's nice to have. Ewan McGregor, of course, or Obi-Wan, to Star Wars fans out there. Great British actor, like that a lot. Mick Miller, Mick signed it around here somewhere in that biro pen. You can hardly see it, but Mick Miller's a British comedian. Worked with Mick a few times as well. This is interesting. Spike Milligan, Spike, of course, from the Goon Show. I actually received this letter signed by Spike and this card, photograph, sorry, a week after Spike had died. So I can only presume that this was possibly one of the last autographs he signed, and they just didn't manage to get it posted just before he died. So it is nice to have that, and quite a very special piece in the collection. Hayley Mills, of course, the daughter of Sir John Mills, and she was in the film Pollyanna, if you remember that, the Disney film. Heather Mills McCartney. This came from the same book that the Paul McCartney one came from, so that's quite nice to have as well. Kylie Minogue, famous Australian pop star there. That's lovely, nice to have that. Pretty sure it's original as well. Warren Mitchell, who played Alf Garnett, a very famous actor in the UK. Oh, this is nice, Bob Monkhouse. So I'm presuming this bit here is pre-signed or pre-printed, but this here is lovely to have as well, and also that signed on the back too. Unfortunately, Bob Monkhouse passed away in about 2003, so that's really nice to have. Ron Moody is the gentleman that actually played Fagin in Oliver. Here's a nice photograph of him, and there's a one there as well, so they're really nice to have those two. This is now from Sir Patrick Moore. Patrick Moore is a television presenter, and he's presented the Sky at Night since the early 1960s. It's on once a month, and I believe it's one of the longest running television programmes with the same presenter in history, so that's nice to have Sir Patrick Moore. He also sent us this nice card as well, and this little index card, business card as well, so that's lovely too. And then Roger Moore, there's another Bond for you Bond fans out there. Roger Moore, of course, the third actor to play Bond, after Sean Connery and, of course, George Lazenby. Well, actually, he's the fourth, because the first one to play him on radio was a guy called Bob Holness, who was a British television presenter. Bit of trivia for you there. So there we go, that's nice to have. Mo Mowlam. Mo was quite important in the Northern Ireland peace talks. Mo Mowlam, a politician, unfortunately, she died in about 2001, 2002, so that's a nice piece to have. And that's a letter from the House of Commons as well. And Dermot Murnaghan, he's a television presenter, newsreader here in the UK. So there we have it. That's my collection I through to M. There'll be another video of N through to N through to Z, or if you're American, N through to Z, and you'll find that somewhere else here on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave comments if you've any thoughts on anything, or you have any questions. Please just leave a comment, and hope to hear from you all soon. Speak to you later. Bye.